Hello there, Team H&K. So in my last video, we talked about how the government has actively tried to hide clear and blatant corruption over the Jeffrey Epstein files. Even though Trump campaigned on this proactively, we still have not been given any names, any list of names. Since then, Donald Trump has responded to the consensus and has issued a statement on Truth Social, which we're going to go read. So without further ado, let's look at what he had to say to the response of people obviously being mad that they are not releasing the files, right? In which he didn't particularly campaign on, but he did say when asked that he would release them. Since then, or during the conversation, he said he did not want to so much because he deemed that some of it may be phony, some of it may be faked or a fake list, in which I think we all can come to the conclusion that if someone is proactively mad or at least consolidating on the fact that the list could be coming out, we can all go ahead and suspect he's probably on the list. So when we look here, it says, what's going on, my boys, and in some case gals? They're all going after Attorney General Pam Bondi, who's doing a fantastic job. We're on one team, MAGA. I don't like what's happening. We have a perfect administration. The talk of the world. The selfish people are trying to hurt it. All over a guy who never dies. Jeffrey Epstein. For years, it's Epstein. Over and over again. Why are we giving publicity to files written by Obama, Crooked Hillary, Comey, Brennan, and the losers and criminals of the Biden administration who conned the world with the Russia hoax, 51 intelligence agents, the laptop from hell, and more? They created the Epstein files just like they created the fake Hillary Clinton, Christopher Steele dossier that they used on me. And now my so-called friends are playing right into their hands. Why didn't these radical left lunatics release the Epstein files? If there was anything in there that could have hurt me, hurt the MAGA movement, why didn't they use it? They haven't given up on the John F. Kennedy or Martin Luther King files. No matter how much success we had, securing the border, deporting criminals, fixing the economy, energy dominance, and a safer world where Iran will not have nuclear weapons is never enough for some people. We're about to achieve more in 6 months than any administration has achieved in over 100 years. And we have so much more to do. We are saving our country and making America a great again, which will continue to be our complete priority. The left is imploding. Kash Patel and rigged and stolen election of 2020 and arresting thugs. Kash Patel and the FBI, must be focused on investigating voter fraud, political corruption, Act Blue, the rigged and stolen election of 2020, and arresting the thugs criminals. Instead of documents of Jeffrey Epstein, let Pam Bondi do her job. She's great. The 2020 election was rigged and stolen, and they tried to do the same thing with 2024. That's what she's looking into as AG, the Attorney General, and much more. 1 year ago, our country was dead. Now it's the hottest country anywhere in the world. Let's keep it that way and not waste time and energy on Jeffrey Epstein, somebody that nobody cares about. Thank you for your attention to this matter. We care. We care too much. We all really care. Oh yeah, we care. There's no we don't care. You're speaking it for us. We care. I care. Everybody cares. Everybody knows everybody cares. Okay. It's not about what they're trying to consider, which is like, oh, this is just some like hoax, in which it's the fact that if this is true and there is an actual dark market sex ring from exploited children, okay, from people who run the world, why is it that it's bad or it's not in the favor of the public to be in the know of whether or not this even happened? This is not something that it's like they're making this seem as if this is like, oh, I just so happened to accidentally do a bit of fraud. Okay, we can forgive a bit of fraud. Okay. Oh, you jaywalked. Oh, you did a little minor white collar crime. But fucking kids? What? There's no possible way, okay, that you can sit here with a straight face and be like, Oh, it's okay. Like, you just don't even worry about it. Don't even worry about it. It's fine. All we did was just go to an island, exploit human trafficked children that were probably more than likely kidnapped, allegedly, were tortured, probably taken advantage of, explicitly used in sexual manners. And when we come to them with this profit, they issue an innuendo at us as if we're in the wrong for questioning our own government officials. Sure, Pam Bondi is probably great. We don't care about Pam. Who gives a fuck about Pam? We want to know about Jeffrey fucking Epstein because that guy is a weirdo. Nobody cares about anything else because this is something that when was issued, he was saying that, oh, we're going to let you know about everything. JFK files, MFK files, all these files, right? But it looks like the only files that we're getting is a bunch of pedophiles. It's like every single time we're hey, release the files. That's all we want. You know, it can be anything else, but we just want to know, hey, we're like these government officials, like being weird around kids, actively like, you know, participating in child exploitation, you know, allowing a Mossad agent from Israel to be inside of our government. Like, he started out as a math teacher, right? Some math teacher, and then all of a sudden he has hundreds of millions of dollars of just exploitable liquid cash. Like, obviously something happened in which we clearly in the public are not in the know of. And that right there is the case. Was it that he actively was child trafficking children and was able to sell children and was able to basically blackmail the biggest politicians and famous people to use that to his advantage? Probably, right? Allegedly, at least. Okay? So let's just go ahead and look at a list of things it is. Sex trafficking of minors, solicitation of prostitution from a minor, sexual abuse of underage girls, grooming and exploitation of Ghislaine Maxwell, intimidation of silencing victims, operating a sex trafficking network across multiple locations, financial manipulation and lack of transparency, exploitation connection with multiple powerful figures, normalizing inappropriate views of age and consent, enabling a culture of abuse. Legal outcomes and notes of context. Epstein's 2008 plea deal allowed him to avoid harsher federal charges, sparking outrage and leading to further investigations by journalists like Julie K. Brown or of the Miami Herald. His 2019 arrest brought renewed attention, but his death by suicide in jail, confirmed by multiple investigations despite conspiracy theories, halted the criminal case. Okay? So the conspiracy theories is what most people are kind of like, what are the odds that this guy is even dead? Like, let's be honest, right? Claims about Epstein's death being a murder of or a covered up or existence of a client list lack credible evidence as confirmed by Justice Department and FBI in 2025. However, these theories persist due to his high profile connections and suspicious circumstances of his death, right? The fact that he's friends with all the politicians, the people who control the list. I mean, what the fuck, right? So look, people who are defending this list are putting their career and reputation on the line and their legacy. Now, I think the reason why they don't care is because, I mean, at the end of the day, who really cares about, like, you know, a legacy, right? A legacy is like, it only really matters to people who give a fuck about that person. But the fact is that the stance still stands is that they were they were partaking in a sex trafficking ring with children and minors, and they were moving this culture, right, between some of the most famous about trafficking children and exploiting them, right? So it says over 100 women received payments from Epstein's Victims Compensation Fund in 2020, reflecting the scale of his abuse. Victims expressed ongoing trauma, and he did it. And we know that the people participated. And you think it was just him alone? No, it wasn't him alone. The case of the matter is, we need names. We need names. I don't want to hear, oh, it just so happens this. No, we need names. We need some people to come forward, okay, bite the bullet, and a list. So, since this, right, what happened is Trump issued saying, oh, I'm going to arrest Gavin Newsom. Newsom, that's his new name. Okay, that's his name. We're going to arrest Gavin Newsom, and people will be happy. Or we're going to start World War III, or we're going to start some war with Russia, or something like that, right? We're going to come to some. So they're basically trying to fluster the news, right, to negate the fact that there's a percentile likelihood, right, in a quantum state, that the president of the United States, who is in control of governing all of us, all 350 million of us, is actively partaking in a child sex trafficking ring, okay? Exploiting children, okay? Or, I guess, the good times. Also, what was that for? Is it literally just to get the rocks off? You can't mess with grown adults. You have to go to children. That's just weird, right? Like, was it for the good time? Oh, for the good times with my boy Jeff Epstein. We're on our island, and we're just, dude, we're pounding these fucking, you know. And I'm like, what the fuck, man? That shit is not cool. It's not fair. It shouldn't be a thing. And the fact that they actively are allowing this, and they're trying to cover it up. Oh, don't worry about the files. Don't worry about the files. Just worry about fucking Pammy fucking Bondi. Nobody gives a fuck about Pam Bondi. I don't care about Pam Bondi. I don't care. Hey, she may be the greatest attorney general. Where are the Epstein files? Where's the client list? We shouldn't let this up at all. There should be no one letting this up at all. There should be no one being like, oh, let me get distracted by whatever the fuck. No. We need to know ASAP. No fucking Rocky, okay? Because him just being like, yo, this is a list made up by Obama and all these people. If it was a list made up by them and they had this list for a minute, wouldn't they drop the list? Wouldn't they be like, look at this. This is what so-and-so was doing. Or is it that they was all in cahoots with the list, right? And I don't even know, why the fuck would they even make a list? Like, is that not the worst, like, dark market, like, exploitation list of all? Is that not the most bullshit shit of all time? This list, either there is no list because obviously they're gonna fake it, right? Or there is a list and they're scared because they're all on it. They're all on it. It doesn't matter if it's a Democrat, they're all on the list, right? That's more than likely the outcome, is that they're all on it. Let's be honest. And it's disgusting, it's deplorable, and these people should not be in power. How are we allowing these people in power? How do we get to a point where someone could, do something of that stature and be the president, or in any way have any figure of power, be that demented and corrupt? Trump often points finger, bully yo, but it seems like he's part of the corruption. We all know the rigging of the system is rigged, but this corruption is disgusting. And actively trying to negate this as like a facilitation, right? Because this is a whole compartmentalized government operation. This is not just something that is some random guy from fucking some foreign country that we don't know of, or, it's a minor thing. No, this is a big deal, and this needs to be brought up. It needs to actively be shown and thought through. It needs to be revealed. We need a name. We need a list. We need it. I don't care if it takes fucking, it's the likelihood is that we get this list 8 years from now. Fucking 10 years from now, we get this list, right? We probably get this list fucking 40 fucking years from now. 50, you know how like they say like we have like technology that's 50 years in advance and they haven't released it yet? We're getting this list 20 years from now. Oh, he's not the president anymore. Oh, fucking Ghislaine Maxwell is dead now, or whatever the fuck, right? All the politicians are gone. It's either we run with the complete speculation and confirmation bias that they're all on it and shame them out of what they participated in, or you're pestered until you release the list. I don't care. There needs to be a protest for it. There needs to be a protest for it. I don't care, bro. There needs to be a protest for this. This is disgusting. It's disgusting. It's fucking gross. It's weird. It's strange. It's deranged. And no one should be allowing this. No one should be actively like, okay, they're not going to release it, so let's just let it. No, we're not letting it go because these victims were pre-fired, right? They're getting pre-fired as a little 2-year-old girl or whatever the fuck, right? Little kid. We need to actively pester the government. Somebody's gonna have to put their head in the guillotine. I don't give a fuck. Somebody's gonna have to put their head in the guillotine. Somebody. Doesn't make sense that they just allow this, right? How is this just allowed? It's not fair, it's weird, and it's strange. I don't care if it takes fucking 10 years. Actually, I do care. I want to now. I do care, okay? I care if it's released at least in the next 6 months. By the end of the year, if there's no list, we can go ahead and say that this whole movement is dead. Obviously, he's passed some great bills, and he has proactively done things that are good, right? We can objectively say Trump in his first 100 days have done things good, great things. But I don't think what we can allow is the dishonesty of whether or not he partook in said situation, allegedly, or if other politicians were actively participating in these rings. It's not fair. It's not fair to us to take a disingenuous stance to say, oh, don't worry about it. You know, it's like somebody takes your fucking charger, your phone charger, to charge their phone. Oh, don't worry about it. I'll give it back to you when I need it. No, bitch, this is my fucking charger, right? This is our country. This is my charger. Give me my fucking charger. I deserve and am justified and have the right to know or to have my charger. It's mine. It's our country, a democracy. We need complete and full transparency. No ifs, ands, or buts. None. No, don't worry about it. I don't give a fuck about Pam Bondi. I don't give a fuck about a rigged election. I don't give a fuck about none of that. I want to know. We all want to know. We need it now, ASAP. No Rocky. I'm glad you freed Rocky. Cool. We need the list. We need the list. That's it, okay? With that being said, all my huggers and kissers out there, be safe, hide your kids, apparently, and make sure that you pester the government to release this list, because they're going to try to skate it by, and we can't allow that, okay? We can't allow the government to just be like, no, what list? I don't know what list you're talking about. It's in a quantum state, dude. My dog ate it, you know? It's in the shredder. No, because even if there isn't a list, people know. People have read the list. They know, right? There's somebody who's in the know of what happened or what the list could be. And that's not enough to be speculative. We need an actual descriptive, chronological event based on the implications and reveal those who participated in heinous acts of that stature. Simple, but that's it, okay? So my huggers and kisses out there, hope you're having a beautiful day. Stay safe, and I'll see you when you're older. Old enough.